Hey, it's me, Team with the BT, Assen Gp review. Let's get right to it. If you ever get a chance to go to Assen and watch the race, do that. Go get there a day early. Go to Amsterdam. You know why. Go to Amsterdam. You'll have a great time. And then the rest of the weekend, go to Assen. Promise me. I promise you, it'll be a great time. Let's get right to it. Moto 3, rider of the race, Max Quiles. He just may go down, and I'm going back to that. He just may go down as the greatest Moto 3 racer of all time. And that's saying much. That's saying a lot because, hey, I saw Danny Kent run a dog on them dudes. I saw Brad Binder destroy people. I saw Johan Mir in Moto 3 destroy people. Max Quiles just may be the greatest Moto 3 racer of all time. He's right of the race. Heartbreak goes to Bertama. He crashed when I thought he was going to get a top three. I thought he was going to get a podium. So anyway, Max Quiles, right of the race, just may be the greatest Moto 3 racer of all time. Moto 2 was a classic. Moto 2 just may have been the best Moto 2 race I've seen of all time. And David Alonso showed you why they picked him to go to Moto GP next year. And after you watch that race, if you don't know, now you know. David Alonso showed you why. I mean, Diego Moreira's having a great year. And I think he should definitely get the seat before Alonso. Have a David Alonso, race on the satellite team and let him go MotoGP the next year. But if he goes MotoGP, well, good for him. He deserves it because that race showed why he is the man. And what they say, if you're going to be the man, you got to beat the man. And that's why Manuel Gonzalez, as much as I love him, I feel that's going to hurt him. And he's my heartbreak because, listen, we all know he wants to be a MotoGP. He really does. And I felt like he could have beat him. And it's not over by any stretch of imagination, but he should have beat him. And he's got to beat him handily every trip of the choo-choo, as my daddy would say, because that shows you that, hey, I ain't going nowhere and I'm here, baby. By Alonso beating him, it makes people go, yeah, we're picking the right person. Although it's apples and oranges. I mean, you're splitting hairs here. But Manuel Gonzalez has to do that. He has to beat them if it's going to be a battle like that, he has to win those every time to show them you're making a mistake. You're overlooking me. I'm the man. The championship comes through me. He has to do that. He did a great job, but that was just a great last lap, last turn move by David Alonso. Damn. If you get a chance, go watch the Moto 2 race right now and get back to me. Great race. Anyway, let's get to Moto GP. Right of the race, I have to give it to Agura, but I kind of want to give it to Alex Marquez because he was in pain the whole weekend. And for him to finish like he did, damn good job. Heartbreak goes to, it's a toss-up between Johan Mir and Pedro Acosta. Johan Mir didn't finish a lap at all. He didn't finish a lap. Between the sprint and the race, he didn't finish one lap. I didn't race, and I finished just as well as he did. I didn't even race this weekend. Anyway, I'm not talking bad about Johan Mir. I love Johan Mir, but nobody told us about Acosta having a problem with his fingers, where he's got carpal tunnel instead of arm pump, and he said he gets numb in his fingers. You know what? He just signed with Ducati. If I was Ducati, did they run a physical on that dude? I mean, seriously, when you're gonna sign a big sports contract, you run a physical. I mean, if I'm gonna pay some money for this guy, he's gonna be the next one, supposedly the next one, as my friend Simcoe would say, Baby Jeebus, right? He's supposed to be Baby Jeebus, right? I would have him, I would put a finger on, and I would jiggle his body, whatever, make him cough, turn his head, whatever you gotta do to make sure this dude's okay, you do that. So I hope they find out what the problem is, what's going on. I hope it's more. I hope it's just that. I hope it's not anything more. But let's get to the talking points. The talking points are, first of all, man, that Bezzecchi crash was terrible. I'm glad he's okay. But listen, honorable mention somewhere has to go to Marc Marquez because he said he was going to struggle this weekend, and he did, and he pretty much finished where he said he was. But for him to be in that much pain, but hold him off, I said it before, I say it again. It was like that scene from Scarface where they're all coming to get him and he's on top of the steps, and that's what he was doing. He was hurt. I mean, but he made them come and get him, and they did it. And Agura, let me tell you something about Agura. Agura might be the only one that frightens Marquez if it comes down to the championship. If it comes down to the championship, they say everybody, it's wide open, but I really think it's going to come down to Agura, Marquez, and DG. And if it comes down to them on a one weekend, hey, I think it's a toss-up. I think Agura's the only one where it makes Marquez scratch his head. Remember when it's King Kong versus Godzilla and King Kong was whooping his ass and he wasn't ready for Godzilla when he did that fire, like, right? And King Kong was like, whoa, what's this shit? Remember that? It was King Kong versus Godzilla Part 1 back in the day where you could tell it was, they were like puppets. And you could see the string and shit hanging down. And King Kong walked away like, damn, I wasn't ready for that fire. I wasn't ready for that fire, right? I think that's what Agura is. Because Agura, if you watch the post-race press conference, Raul Fernandez and Jorge Martin were talking about his riding style was different. Remember, Fernandez like, yeah, man, you ride weird. Remember, and Jorge Martin was like, yeah, you get so low and then you bring the bike up. And remember, Agura laughed. He goes, I ride low, Mr. Shoulder on the ground. And they both laugh, but it's the truth. Agura's late race pace is like, it's deceiving. You ever see somebody that's fast or nimble and they don't seem that way? Like, I used to go to school with a lot of Division I athletes who went pro. Like offensive linemen who were like 350 pounds, but they were nimble. They ran like a 5'1" 40. You go, this fat piece of shit, right? But they do a production of like Phantom of the Opera, and they're doing like a swan, and they're doing what they do, the leg spread, and they got a tutu on. You going, this dude? But you go, damn, and he's nimble. And I played basketball with dudes like that. They were like 350 pounds, but they would lay it up, finger roll it, like, seriously. So, and that's what Agura is. His speed is deceiving. Now, when Marquez races somebody like Bezecchi or Martin, right? It's just a regular fight. Marquez knows how to fight, right? Bezecchi, okay, I'll take him, deep into a corner or whatever. Pow, pow, pow. Marquez used to that. Jorge Martin, he's fast. How do I beat him? He can beat him. Pow, pow, pow. But Agura is just so smooth and fast, where he's the only one I think Marquez will look back like, where is he at? Remember, he almost caught him in Bruno. Granted, Marquez was hurt, and I think that's the only one Marquez really worries about. If it's a duel, if it's a last lap duel, or it's a duel, 4 more laps to go, and it's just you and Agura, I think he would rather face anybody but Agura. I really do. And Agura, Agura reminds me of that hitman from No Country for Old Men, Anton, Chigurh, whatever. Call it friendo. That's what he is. Agura is Anton from No Country for Old Men. Right? If you come into like the last 4 laps, it's like he throws up a coin and goes, call it. I mean, the fact that his ride height device lowered and he was scraping the ground and he had the presence of mind to stay cool, get everything right, and then he went back in and kicked that ass. Agura is the man to beat. I'm saying it right now. Agura is the man to beat. Marquez is too, but Agura is the man to beat. I mean, now that he's conquered his weakness, which was qualifying, tell me what his weakness is now. I don't know. Maybe it's charms, blow pops. Maybe it's blonde haired women with big booties. I don't know what it is. Everybody's got a weakness, but right now, Agura is the man to beat. Matter of fact, Trackhouse is the beat. I'm glad Raul Fernandez is showing his wear, because they talk shit about Raul Fernandez, which kind of pissed me off. The kid had to find his way, and he found his way now. And now they're beating the Factory Aprilia team. So if I was him, I'd pull a Cool Modi. How you like me now? And so personally, Trackhouse is doing better than the Aprilia team. I'm glad Marco Bezzecchi is basically okay. But Agura is the hitman from No Country for Old Men. Jorge Martin is still there, but Jorge Martin doesn't fight like the rest of them fight like it's a last lap battle. They'll fight. But Martin said he's hurt. He said that he's hurt. His body's not to the point where he can fight. And it sucks because he hasn't really showed us like, okay, he's in for the fight. He'll pass you with outright speed, which is different than the fight. So I want to see what he can do when it's time to fight. He's pretty much let him go, and he goes, okay, I'll take the points, which is there's nothing wrong with that. That's great. But yeah. So anyway, what's another talking point is, I think we all saw what happened in the sand trap between Marquez and DG. It was like 2015 all over again, which makes me think if it comes down to it, DG he'll be the Judas of the whole crew. If anybody's going to stop Marquez from winning a 10th title, I don't care what Liberty says, it'll be his 10th title, going for his 10th title. To stop him from 10th title and may do something suspect, it's going to be DG. I didn't say DG was dirty. I like DG, but he and Marquez don't get along. A lot of them don't get along with Marquez because, Marquez is just rough. It'll be DG. I just have a feeling DG will do something because he always gets his ire up when it's Marquez around. I mean, if you saw in Coda, when they, Marquez tried to give him a hug, hey man, sorry I crashed you, and DG was like, yeah, whatever. So there's a coldness there, and they don't like each other, and it's Marquez Rossi all over again. It's Marquez Rossi 2.0, and he is with VR46. So I think DG's gonna pull like like I said, a Judas. So if anybody's gonna stop him, do something suspect, it's gonna be DG. Like I said, I didn't say dirty, I said suspect. So anyway, that's what I think. And I think honestly, I love what Marquez is doing. He said that track is a dangerous track. And on the track walk, well, I always thought track walks was kind of bullshit. If you've been in MotoGP for over 10 years, what's a new track walk for a track you've been going to for the last 10, 20 years? But he found out that the rocks, I think, were bigger, whatever. And he goes, I don't want to crash here. Yeah, I'll get hurt. And that's what he stayed upright. He goes, hey, it was a successful weekend. That's what you gotta love about Marquez. He plotted. He didn't lose any points. He didn't gain any, but he didn't lose any. He went in 40 behind and he leaves 40 behind. It's brilliant. We'll see what happens at the Sachsenring. He's gonna be slated to win, but if a grower knows how to take left hand corners, then hey, it's anybody's game. It's anybody's ball game. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I want to see what you guys think. And also, I think the new blood has to come in now. David Alonso showed that, man, he's ready to race. He's ready to go to MotoGP. I think it should be at least 5 new faces of MotoGP. I say David Alonso, Manuel Gonzalez, Senna Aegis, and throw in Izan Guevara. It's just time. Listen, have the ex-MotoGP riders go to the World Superbike and build World Superbike up from the ground roots up. Have them go to new circuit. Have them come to America. Race at Laguna Seca. Have the support class be the super sport for Moto America. You got to do that. I love the WSBK, but they need some oomph in their programming. So, I mean, they do. So I think that would be a good idea if they would bring in, say, Maverick Vinales, Jack Miller. Have Jack win some races. He's fun. Have him do some wheelies down the straightaway. Have him go to WSBK, test ride for Yamaha. They damn sure need it. Have him test ride for Yamaha. But that's what I think. Tell me what you guys think. Tell me what I missed. Yeah, anyway, this is going on way too long as always. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. What do you guys grade the GP? I grade that GP an A+. I really do. I thought it was great racing. I think the Moto 2 stole the show. Moto 3 was good, but Moto 2 stole the show. And Moto GP, damn. Just damn. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like I said, tell me what I missed, and you know the word. Bye.